talking about why I want to sell my Z4 Coupe and maybe like things that I hate about the car, even though that's kind of like a strong word. A lot of people make videos about like why they hate their car or whatever, but for me it's just like kind of an inconvenience in this car. I have been kind of thinking about selling the car recently, and I actually had it listed for trade. After thinking about it, I don't think I want to get rid of the car. Probably just gonna keep it, which is where I was leaning. I was on the fence, and I still kind of am, but I was definitely thinking about it. So anyway, here are some of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of it, or some of the things that I don't like about it. So the first one is reliability. Now this isn't a major problem for me. You know, this car, my car in particular, has almost 120,000 miles, and yes, I know it's an N52. It's probably good till over 200,000 miles, but it is something that I worry about just because I kind of have limited information about the previous owner and what maintenance he did to the car. For example, I still don't know if, you know, the cooling system or water pump were ever really touched in this car, which is a little scary and probably something that I should be worrying about at this point. You know, because if there wasn't, then I'm definitely due for that. So that's kind of like a small thing that I just don't like having in the back of my head with this car, is the reliability. I know it's supposed to be, you know, very reliable, and I do, you know, I've had multiple BMWs before, so I do trust the reliability of the car. It's kind of just like a thing that I worry about every once in a while. Next up is storage space. Not having a lot of space is one of the big reasons of why I don't like this car, or why I would want to get rid of it. Rather, why I would need to get rid of it. Mainly because I only have one other seat and not that big of a trunk. So that means a lot of the times I, you know, definitely can't do certain things because of the limited space that I have in this car, and that is kind of annoying. I would like this car kind of limits you of like the things that you can do. So if you have this car, I would definitely recommend having you know, a normal daily driver that you can kind of do everything else in, because with this car you're kind of limiting yourself to doing certain things, and that's you know, a big factor and kind of the biggest thing that I don't want to have this car for, because I mean, there's times when you'd have to drive to like a city, and you definitely, you know, my car wouldn't be the best idea, or if it's like a big trip and you need to fit a lot of stuff, this car isn't the best for that. If you're into like snowboarding or skiing, this car is not the best for that. You know, I have workarounds for that for my snowboarding adventures and such, but yeah, I mean, it's just not the best option. A lot of times I'll just end up have someone else drive, or you know, we'll do something else because of that. It always feels like it gets in the way, and that's kind of what annoys me the most, is that there's always things that I want to do, but then my car kind of holds me back and says, no, you can't. So if I had a daily, it wouldn't be a problem at all, but you know, just since this is my only car, it is a pretty big problem. Another reason is just how low this car is. Kind of on the same note, this car is really low. I mean, my car, I'm sure a lot of other Z4s are just as low as my car, and that's another like huge thing. A lot of the times I can't get into parking lots. I can't, you know, drive up to a certain gas station just because of how steep it is. Stuff like that. Parking garages. A lot of time it's like parking stuff. I do scrape pretty much like any incline at all, especially with my you know, M bumper on here. And so that's just like really annoying, and you know, it definitely limits you to what you can do with your car. And like I said, since this is my only car, there's just a lot of stuff that I can't do because of having no space and how low the car is. I mean, that's really the biggest thing for me. And this kind of goes along with reliability, but maintenance is definitely another problem. you know, it is expensive to own a BMW, and I'm fully aware of that. And, you know, it's always best to do your maintenance on time and, you know, do it the best way you can. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you everybody for watching, and look forward to some more Z4 videos in the